Welcome back to No-Nonsense Airbnb. My name is Prayas, and today we are diving into a topic that's absolutely crucial for any Airbnb host to know. It is dynamic pricing. Dynamic pricing is the practice of setting flexible prices for your listing based on market demand, seasonality, and lots of other factors. It is the secret sauce that can turn any Airbnb property from just another listing into a revenue generating machine. Now, when it comes to pricing your Airbnb, you generally have three options. The first one is the manual pricing, where you go into your calendar and set the prices manually. But let's be honest, who has the time to constantly update prices based on market conditions and what's happening, what is a season, and all that? If you go with this option, it is definitely going to limit the amount of revenue your property is generating. The second option is Airbnb Smart Pricing. It is an automated option within Airbnb and it's free. It is there for everyone. While it is convenient, it often underprices your listing, leaving a lot of money on the table. The third option is the dynamic pricing tools, which we're going to talk about in this video, such as Beyond Pricing. These are AI-driven tools designed to optimize your pricing strategy for maximum revenue. These tools analyze multitude of factors like events, holidays, and what's happening in your city, when it is the peak season, when it is a weekend, and all those things. So if you're serious about hosting, this third option is where you want to be. Dynamic pricing tools take the guesswork out of pricing and automate the process for you, ensuring you're always offering the best price at the right time. By the end of this video, you will have a clear understanding of why dynamic pricing is a must-have strategy and how Beyond Pricing can help you get started. All right, enough talking. Let's jump into my screen for a live demo of Beyond Pricing and see how it can change your hosting game. Let's get started. So this is Beyond Pricing website. Let me show you how the pricing works here. They have three plans. Beyond Pricing charges you a percentage of the booking you will get. For example, if you're selling your property for $250 a night, and out of that, $50 is the cleaning fee. So your night charge is $200. Beyond Pricing will take 1% of your nightly charge, excluding the cleaning fee. So they will take $2 from you for that booking. And they have these additional plans where they give you a lot more flexibility and control and a lot more cool stuff you can do. I will leave a special link to Beyond Pricing in the description below. You can just follow the link and that will get you first 5,000 in free bookings. You won't have to pay any commission to Beyond Pricing. Step number one is to create an account on Beyond Pricing. So click on sign in and then click on create an account. You can enter your details, number of listings, your email address, password, and click on create an account. That will register you into the account. It will automatically land you on this page. This is where you need to connect your listings on different platforms like Airbnb, VRBO, and Booking.com. Now, before you can link your Airbnb account to this, there is one more step you will need to do if you have signed up to Airbnb using your Gmail or Facebook account. These tools, they cannot take Gmail or Facebook logins. You need to have your direct email and password. Let me show you how you can do that. It is fairly simple to get a direct login. Just go into Airbnb and click on login and then click on forgot your password and enter the same email address which you have used via Gmail and click on send reset link. Airbnb will send you an email following the link in that. You can just set your password. That will become your direct login password. At the same time, your Gmail and Facebook login will also continue to work. Once it is successfully connected, they will do another form of validation via text or an email. I will choose email, link and import. Now it is going to send me a code. I will enter the code and link and import. And it continues to bring my listing into Beyond Pricing after that. You can see here is the listing I just imported. But before you continue with this, one more thing you need to keep in mind. If you have smart pricing switched on your Airbnb listing, the price Beyond Pricing will send to your listing will not be reflected. So make sure your smart pricing is switched off on your listing. Let me quickly show you how you can do that. Click on switch to hosting once you're logged in. Choose the listing and then click on pricing and availability. Click on add it in front of nightly price and make sure this button is off. It shouldn't be on to make any third-party dynamic pricing tool to work. Let's go back to Beyond Pricing. This is the dashboard. It is showing you a couple of things here. Do not get confused by the details it is showing you at the moment. Just click on Review Pricing, and when this pop-up comes, you will see it has automatically calculated the base price for your property. Base price is a normal day price. It will keep increasing or decreasing. This is the median price for your listing. It has calculated based on properties around in your area. They gather all this data constantly to come up with all these predictions. So for my property, they have predicted 141 is the price. If I don't like it, I can change it. Minimum price is, again, they have suggested £64. I can always change it. Minimum price means they will not set price lower than this at any point on your listing. You can also choose minimum night stay. So if you want to change the minimum nights on your listing, you can do so from here, and it will override the settings you have done in Airbnb listing. And you can click on Pricing Sync. And once you're happy with all this, you can just click on Activate. Now at this point, they will ask you to enter your card details. By default, you're added to the basic plan where they take 1% of the booking. Remember, if you're using my link in the description, you will not be charged up to $5,000 of bookings, but they still need your card details to sync the prices on your Airbnb listing. Once you've added your card details, you have to enter your address details for invoicing. After adding your details, click on Dynamic Pricing on the top left and click on Review Pricing and just click on Activate. At this point, it is sending the prices over to your Airbnb listing. You can in fact go into your listing and see the prices will take a minute or two to arrive, but you will see the reflected prices. To see what prices it is going to set on your calendar, just click on your listing title here, and that will open up the calendar. And these are the prices it is going to push to my Airbnb listing. If you're not happy with the prices it is setting up, you can increase or decrease the base price. So let's say if I set it to 190 and click on Save and Sync, and you can see it has increased the prices on my calendar. To push the updated price on your listing, just click on Refresh here on the top right, and it is refreshing the listing on Airbnb as we speak. These tools update the price on your listing for the future 365 days. You can keep scrolling down and see all the dates in the future. This is the most basic setup you can do. If you do not want anything fancy, simply use this and see how it affects your bookings. Coming back to Beyond Pricing, there is a lot more you can do if you want. There are lots of tabs here. First one is a chart, which basically shows your listing prices in a chart. The sky blue line here shows how the prices have been set for next 365 days. And you can see they are increasing and decreasing. And this is the summer season here in London. And you can see the prices have increased significantly for some dates because of the popularity around that time. The third tab is the stats. This is where you can see the stats about your property. ADR is the average daily rate. It is showing what is your average price for these periods. What are your occupancy levels in different months, and all the related data about your listing. The fourth tab is the market data. On this tab, it shows you different stats about the properties in your neighborhood. The first one is occupancy level. It shows how the occupancy levels were 2 years back, last year, and this year. The second section shows you how the pricing has been working recently. The red line is Airbnb pricing for 2-bedroom properties in the area. The second is the VRBO pricing. And the third line shows my price compared to those prices. And at the bottom, it is showing hotel pricing, how hotels are doing, what prices they've been charging, and what are the peaks they are hitting. This is all analytical data you can consume and make a better educated decision compared to some people try and set their prices manually, which isn't the best thing you can do to your Airbnb. The fifth tab is the comp set. This is an additional tool they offer for an extra fee, but it is free for 29 days. So I would recommend you try this in your trial period as well. Just click on Create Comp Set for Listing, and it has automatically brought in all the properties which are in the neighborhood. On the right-hand side, you can see the map. This is where my property is, and it is showing all these properties on this table in the left. you can simply choose the properties which you think are your competitors, and they will be added to your comp set. You can see 5 listings added in the comp set. Once you have added competing listings to the comp set, just click on Save. And now on this table, it is showing how they are pricing the property compared to yours. Again, this will help you make a more educated decision about your pricing. At any point, you can add or remove properties from the comp set if you want, and then click on Save again. To go back to the same dashboard, just click on Dynamic Pricing on the left, and then click on the listing again. And the last option is what I wanted to show you is the Customize button. This is where you can set all the advanced pricing rules for your property. The first one is the maximum and minimum price. So we had set 90 minimum price, which is applied blanketly to all the days in a week. But if you want to set different minimum price, depending on the days, you can set those prices up. For example, Monday, I want it 85. Tuesday, I want it 80, so on and so forth. And if you want to set a maximum price, you can just click on here and set a limit, but it is not recommended because why do you want to limit the price of your property? Let it go as higher as it can. The other option on this screen is add a seasonal rule. For example, if summers is the peak season in your area, you get a lot of tourists coming in there, you can click on add a seasonal rule. For example, if June and July is your peak period, you can simply choose those dates and set a different price just for those months. And you can add as many seasonal rules as you want. And the same way, you can set a seasonal minimum price as well. Simply choose the dates you want to set a minimum price and set it here. Once you're done, click on Save Changes. Second tab is the minimum stays. If you want to keep changing the minimum number of nights you can receive a booking for, depending on the seasons, depending on the days, you can do so on this tab. Let's say if I want 3 nights minimum, if someone is starting their stay on Friday, you can simply set it here. And once you save and then you click on refresh, it will sync the prices straight away. Otherwise, it will automatically do the sync once every day. And the last option is add a time-based rule. This is interesting. For example, if you have set your minimum nights to 4 nights, but if you want to open it for 2 nights, if the nights are still not booked within 2 weeks, for example, you can click on here and say set minimum stay to 1 night within 14 days. So any unbooked night which is in the immediate 14 days, it will automatically update your Airbnb listing to set minimum stay equal to 1 night. And you can add as many time-based rules as you want, as long as they are not overlapping with each other. And the last option is the gap fills. These are the orphan nights. For example, if you have 3-night minimum stay, you may end up having 3 nights booked on the left, 3 nights on the right, but you have 2 nights stuck in between. And based on your minimum night restrictions, those 2 nights may become permanently unbookable for people. But if you're using Beyond Pricing, you can automatically handle with such situations. Just click on Reduce Minimum Night Stay Fill Gaps. And this is where you can say this is the smallest gap you would like to fill. You can just enter 2, and it will keep checking your calendar. As soon as it sees 2 nights stuck in between, it will open them for 2 nights booking. Once you're done with the changes, just click on Save Changes. The next option is check-in and check-out dates. This setting is available on Airbnb as well, but if you're using a tool like this, you can centrally control all those settings from here itself. You can simply uncheck the days when you do not want people to check in or check out and save changes. And the same way, you can also add specific check-in and check-out days for different seasons in the calendar year. The next option is time-based adjustments. This is one of the most interesting options Beyond Pricing has. It will take the discounts on your property to a whole new level. Let's say if you have few nights approaching and they are not booked, you can automatically ask Beyond Pricing to offer a discount when they are in a specific period. For example, you can choose decrease my price by 35% within 3 days. So as soon as a night falls in the immediate 3 days, it will discount them by 35%. And you can add as many rules as you want, as long as they are not overlapping. You can increase or decrease the prices. And based on these rules, it will automatically keep updating the calendar and sync them on Airbnb. Generally, it is a good idea to offer discount when something is unsold and is within next 14 days. At the same time, this feature can become really handy when you want to increase the price for something which is too far out in future. For example, 200 days out in the future, you can increase the prices by 10% or 15 or 25%. Next one is the gap price adjustment. So if you want to increase or decrease the price based on the number of nights available, for example, if you have 2 nights stuck in between, you can offer a discount to make them sell easily. Or if you want, you can increase the price. And the last one is other customizations. You can skip this section for now. Seems like Beyond Pricing is still developing this section. On the left-hand side, you'll also see Insights, which just offers a greater detail into statistical data about your listing and how other properties are faring in your area. Signal is an advanced option. It is for people who have direct booking websites, so you can simply ignore it. And the last option is Link Your Account. This is where it is showing all the channels Beyond Pricing connects to. So if you have a listing on any of these websites, you can follow the prompts and connect your listing with them. You will set the prices once and it will automatically sync the prices on all the other listings you connect. Remember, every time you're making changes to your prices, you have to come back in, go into your listing and click on refresh if you want to see the changes immediately on your listing. And if you want to cancel your account, if you decide not to continue using Beyond Pricing, simply come to Manage Accounts and delete your listing from here. They will stop syncing prices on your listing right after that. I hope you find this video useful. Please do like and subscribe to my channel. Please leave me a comment if you would like me to make a video about something which is concerning you related to your Airbnb business. Until next time, bye-bye.